All right, number 2 for Math 7A, Unit 4, Test Corrections. Number 2. All right, so it's also another combining like terms, but there is one more thing that was included here, and it is the distributive property. So what this is saying is that you have 6x on the positive side of the mat, and then on the negative side of the mat, you have negative 5x and 1. So I wanted you to flip and slide and change all of those to the correct signs before you start combining like terms with 6x. So I'm going to go ahead and keep the 6x as it is, but I'm going to do the opposite of negative 5x, and which would be positive 5x, and opposite of positive 1, which would be negative 1, which would have meant that you flipped all of those tiles and slide it up to the positive side. Now everybody's on the positive side, and it makes it so much easier for us to combine like terms. So 6x and 5x can combine like terms into 11x, and then that negative 1 should stay alone because there's no other terms to combine that with. Okay, and I mentioned in the previous video, I don't know if you watched it, but one thing I learned from the video is this statement needs to say something that addresses your mistake. It's not going to be something very generic, like one thing I learned from the video is how to solve this problem. That's not what I was looking for. Great, you learned how to solve the problem, but do you know what mistake you made and how to fix that mistake in the future? I don't want your mistakes to go to waste. Use your mistake to state what you learned. It will help you in the future to remember what you have learned from your mistake. Then you won't make that mistake again. That is what my hopes are for you to make that statement. So if you said something along the lines of, one thing I learned from the video is, I learned to distribute the negative 2, negative 5x plus 1 before I combine like terms. Then I would know, you know what mistake you made. And you know that you wouldn't make that mistake again of forgetting that negative and distributing it. So make sure that you are stating, in light of your mistake, what you have learned. Thanks.